very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
43!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 34. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards. And an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now here's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals to the lead.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24. It's Wilson on the option. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Wilson.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
The point after is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Washington. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, You do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Catch is made by Hardman.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wilson.
That's taken in by Higgins. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action now. Wilson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out, and the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6 yards left on second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now here's a carry heading left. Down to about the 22 here. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Chopper! Chopper!
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here we go!
This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this out past the 25.
18, chopper, chopper!
Play action. Now Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Mecole Hardman
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On third down, here's Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And Thomas has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They go play fake. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A
lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 10 yards out.
And the Chiefs tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.